Hey guys, how's it going? Hobbs Yoda here to give you my predictions, my quick rundown of predictions of the match card for the Money in the Bank or Money on the Roof pay-per-view, whatever the hell you want to call it this year. I don't know. It's definitely going to be probably the most interesting one we've seen this year, that's for sure. I mean, whether that's it'll be, interesting in a good way or a bad way is yet to be determined, but ooh, it should be an interesting one. I've heard that they're already planning a big spot for the match this year too, of somebody possibly actually going off the roof. And ooh boy, I'm kind of scared and nervous. Like I'm excited, but I'm also kind of scared and nervous to see how they're gonna pull that one off. Like, oh god, that better be some good strong wiring. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, but yeah, I'm just gonna run down the match card here real quick and let y'all know my predictions of who I think is the most probable to win each match. The first match is New Day versus Miz and Morrison versus Lucha House Party versus Forgotten Sons. Um, Now, Miz and Morrison, unfortunately, it seems that they've been punishing the Miz recently for showing up to work sick recently. Um, Hence why he wasn't part of the ladder match for WrestleMania. And as I said, it seems like they've been punishing him for that recently, because like ever since then, they dropped their titles with Miz being the one to lose them, getting pinned there by Big E, and then they went on 2 weeks ago to lose a clean match to Lucha House Party, which was like ridiculous. I was just like, oh gosh, why? So yeah, I feel bad for them. And, I would like to say maybe they're done punishing the Miz now. But probably not. New Day is probably going to retain, I think. Next match is Bayley versus Tamina for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I'm going to guess Bayley. She's going to retain here, is my prediction, because I think they're still going to plan for that Bayley versus Sasha Banks rivalry, and the rivalry will, of course, have more at stake and feel more meaningful if it is for the title when that does happen. Jesus Christ, my dogs just keep charging in here trying to knock my camera over. This is not the time to play. The next match is Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Now, this is Drew's first defense. I mean, come on, he just got the title. Now, I know that Seth, this new character, hasn't had much wins under his belt. I was surprised when he lost to Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, but I was very happy about it. Don't get me wrong. It's unfortunate that Kevin's now out with an ankle injury. But if Seth Rollins, loses this match as well, it's another loss under his belt with this new character, Messiah character they've given him. But it's also Seth Rollins, so I'm not going to be surprised if the match ends with some screwy finish. I swear, I think Seth has to be close to, like, the record for a competitor with, like, whose matches have, like, the most DQ'd endings or just fishy finishes. It's getting ridiculous at this point. But I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again, since it is a Seth Rollins match. But either way, I do think Drew McIntyre is still going to retain his WWE Championship. And he has been a great, entertaining babyface champion, so happy for him. Next match is Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. And now, people have been saying, the only reason that Braun has this title in the first place is because Roman had to back out of the match against Goldberg at Mania, so that's the only reason Braun stepped in for him, because Goldberg also didn't want to work past Mania with the belt. So freaking part-timers, get out of here. But, Bray Wyatt was also a poor, non-part-timer who finally got his time to shine with the main belt again, since he got screwed the last time he had a main title reign. And, a lot of people have been saying maybe they want to make amends for that and just get the belt back on Bray, since, as I said, Braun wasn't even technically supposed to hold it. But I don't see, you still gotta make Braun look strong, though. I don't see him losing to Bray. And I do see them continuing this storyline, possibly. So what I think is going to happen, I think Braun is going to win, and Bray losing is going to cause him to have to bring out The Fiend. And then we'll probably eventually get Braun Strowman versus The Fiend, and then maybe put the belt back over on Bray. Do it that way. Because Bray, tonight on SmackDown, said that, he needs the championship back. And I think, to me, I kind of got the message, what I got from that was that he needs it back, otherwise maybe like the Fiend's going to be mad at him, who knows. So maybe he'll lose here, and then that's going to force him to have to bring the Fiend out to bring the title home to the Firefly Funhouse, where him and the Fiend reside. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think Braun's going to win, and they'll be eventually used to carry on the rivalry so we can get the Fiend versus Strowman the Monster Among Men versus the Fiend, because that sounds more stellar, a big of a match to like transition the title and change the title's hands. And anyways, one of the Money in the Bank matches, we first off have apparently they're both going to be taking place at the same time simultaneously, so that will be also interesting to see. But next up we have the Women's Money in the Bank match and Men's Money in the Bank match. But I'm going to start off with who I think is going to win on the women's side. For the participants, we have Carmella, Nia Jax, Shayna, Dana Brooke, Asuka, and Lacey Evans. The only one of those superstars I feel like they've been pushing the most, like to the moon, has been Shayna. So I mean, easily, I just see it going to her. I mean, it could be like the same type of threat as when Brock had the briefcase, never knowing when they're gonna cash it in, and it becomes even scarier because they are just like this big threat. So, and I just don't think her rivalry is over with Becky Lynch yet, unfortunately. And like none of the other women winning, especially not Asuka now, so it just kind of ruined her character and wasted her. None of the other women in this feel like someone that could cash in, go up against Lynch, honestly. I mean, Nia Jax, they've been pushing her too, but she's had a title reign already before we saw how that went. But yeah, I mean, I see, I definitely see Shayna as most likely to win that match. Because, I mean, they don't necessarily, I know, have to cash in on Becky. They could cash in on the SmackDown Women's Champ too, but as I said, I think they're wanting to have Bayley versus Sasha built up, so I don't think they're going to care about giving it to a SmackDown woman. But then again, with how famously WWE loves to screw Sasha Banks of having meaningful title reigns, even though all the other 4 horsewomen get tons of them, it wouldn't surprise me if they did give it to like a SmackDown woman superstar, just so they could have Sasha Banks finally win the title again and just to get cashed in on. Have a Daniel Bryan moment done on her at SummerSlam. Like, I could see that happening. But no, I'm going to predict Shayna. I think she's going to walk out with the women's Money in the Bank briefcase. The men's Money in the Bank match has Otis, Aleister Black, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, and King Corbin. Now, before going into this, I was predicting that it would be... I thought it was going to be King Corbin that would win, but this past Friday night on SmackDown, it ended up with King Corbin standing tall, and usually whoever in the go-home show ends up standing tall is usually not the person that ends up actually winning the pay-per-view. So because of that, I don't think King Corbin's going to win anymore. But the way they just kept mentioning how he screwed up his first title, his first Money in the Bank cash-in, the way they kept bringing that up over and over again, I kept getting the feeling that they were going to give it to him a second time and, like, redeem him, and I'm like, oh, no. But, actually, I don't, because he ended up reigning standing tall on SmackDown this past Friday night, I actually don't think they're going to give it to him. I don't know if they've gained that much confidence back in King Corbin yet. I mean, him and his Roman Reigns feud when he was in the main card, and that Roman Reigns feud in SmackDown was kind of a ratings killer. So, and a lot of people are favoring Aleister Black because he's like probably the most promising new upcoming superstar, to give it to. I would like to see Rey Mysterio win, honestly, because it's like one of the achievements that he hasn't achieved in his career yet. And I really would love to see him give Rey Mysterio one more title reign before he leaves, because they haven't really given him too many meaningful ones at all in WWE. Like maybe I think only like one. He usually gets screwed himself out of his title reigns. Whether it's John Cena or it's gotta be Kane coming in to ruin his day. So it'd be nice to see Rey Mysterio, get the Money in the Bank for once and get to screw someone else's day for a change and cash it in to have one last, hopefully meaningful title reign before his career ends. So that's who I would like to see win. I don't think they're going to do that, however, though, because WWE seems to have a tendency for hating Rey. And Otis, he's pretty over too. I don't think they're going to give it to Otis. Daniel Bryan, he's already won it before. I think, and Aleister Black, as I said, he's a promising new upcoming superstar as well, but just visually, I don't see, like, Aleister Black, his character is supposed to appear as, like, this dark, grim-looking threat, We see him rise from the ground whenever he comes out to the ring. I just don't think holding a Money in the Bank briefcase really goes well with that visual, So I think... And, having AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre would be a great feud to push near the future. And they usually do use the Money in the Bank for heels anyways, and AJ Styles is like definitely the top heel on Raw right now, I think. I think it's got to go to Styles. But yep, those are just my predictions. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, and yeah, Money in the Bank. Let me know what you think of this year's Money in the Bank. And who knows? We'll see what's going to happen. Hopefully it'll be a good one this year. But see y'all later. Peace.